Hey everyone! If you are planning to sell medical devices in Hong Kong and you're thinking, maybe we can skip registration for now? Hong Kong registration is voluntary anyway. We already have CE marking or FDA clearance. Then this video is extremely important for you, because many medical device manufacturers misunderstand how the Hong Kong market actually works. Technically, Hong Kong's Medical Device Administrative Control System, or MDACS framework, is often described as voluntary. But commercially and strategically, the reality is much more complicated. And this misunderstanding causes serious problems. We've seen manufacturers face distributor rejection, hospital procurement barriers, delayed sales, market credibility problems, compliance complications, competitive disadvantages, emergency registration costs later. The biggest problem? Many companies only realize the importance of registration after losing business opportunities. And honestly, by that time, competitors may already dominate the market. Distributors may lose confidence. Buyers may avoid non-listed products. So in this complete guide, we'll cover everything. What happens if you skip Hong Kong registration? MDACS reality explained simply. Commercial consequences, regulatory risks, market entry impact, timeline considerations, cost breakdown, hidden costs companies ignore, documents required, common mistakes with real examples, smart registration strategies, when registration becomes commercially essential, how to protect long-term market growth. And trust me, if you're entering Hong Kong in 2026, this video could save you massive business losses, delayed market expansion, distributor conflicts, and serious long-term regulatory headaches. Let's begin. Part 1. Understanding the reality of Hong Kong registration. What is MDACS? Hong Kong primarily operates under MDACS, Medical Device Administrative Control System. Now here's where many companies get confused. The voluntary misunderstanding. Technically, many devices may not require mandatory registration in the same way as some other markets. So companies assume, we can simply sell without registration. But in reality, hospitals, healthcare groups, procurement teams, private buyers, large distributors often strongly prefer or expect MDACS-listed products. So while registration may appear optional legally for some products, commercially it often becomes practically essential. Real example. A manufacturer skipped MDACS because they believed FDA clearance would be enough. Later, multiple distributors refused cooperation. Hospital opportunities became limited. Result? Delayed market penetration. Key insight: skipping registration may not stop you legally in every situation, but it can seriously damage your commercial success. Part 2. What happens if you skip registration? Consequence 1. Limited market access. This is the biggest commercial problem. Many buyers prefer registered products, especially hospitals, government-linked healthcare groups, institutional procurement teams. Example: a hospital procurement team preferred listed devices during vendor evaluation. Result: non-listed manufacturer lost opportunity. Cost impact: lost contracts, delayed revenue, competitive disadvantage. Smart strategy: treat registration as commercial positioning, not only compliance. Consequence 2. Distributor resistance. Strong distributors often prefer products with smoother compliance positioning. Why? Because distributors also manage reputation risk, procurement expectations, customer confidence. Example: distributor refused to aggressively market non-listed device. Result: weak market growth, hidden cost,
Lower distributor commitment, reduced promotional investment. Smart strategy. Use registration to strengthen distributor confidence. Consequence 3. Lower market trust. In healthcare markets, trust matters enormously. Doctors and procurement teams often ask, is the device registered? Is local representation available?
Is documentation locally aligned? Example: buyer questioned why competitor products were listed while one device was not. Result: credibility concerns increased. Cost impact: lost purchasing confidence, slower adoption. Smart strategy: use registration to build stronger market credibility. Consequence 4. Delayed future expansion. Many companies think we'll register later if needed, but delayed registration creates future problems. Why? Because later expansion may require faster approvals, emergency submissions, accelerated documentation work. Example: companies suddenly needed registration for major tender opportunity, but documentation gaps existed. Result: missed tender deadline. Cost impact: emergency consulting costs, lost sales opportunity. Smart strategy: prepare early before market pressure begins. Consequence 6. Competitors gain advantage. This is something many manufacturers underestimate. Why? Competitors with stronger local presence often gain. Faster procurement trust, better distributor support, stronger hospital relationships. Example: two similar devices competed for same hospital opportunity. One was properly positioned with local support and listing. Result: buyer confidence favored competitor. Cost impact: market share loss, reduced long-term growth. Smart strategy: view registration as competitive positioning. Part 3. Step-by-step smart registration strategy. Step 1. Market assessment. Evaluate. Target customers, hospital expectations, distributor requirements, competitive landscape. Common mistake: entering market without understanding buyer expectations. Best practice: align registration strategy with commercial goals. Step 2. Device classification. Classification effects. Documentation depth. Review expectations. Testing requirements. Common mistake: using global classification assumptions without local analysis. Best practice: perform local classification review early. Step 3. Appoint local responsible person, LRP. Local representation helps support communication, submission coordination, post-market activities. Common mistake: choosing weak or purely low-cost LRP support. Best practice: choose experienced regulatory support. Step 4. Gap analysis. Review technical documentation, clinical evidence, test reports, labeling, risk management. Common mistake: submitting without proper document review. Best practice: identify gaps before submission. Step 5. Technical documentation preparation. Common documents, device description, intended use, risk analysis, test reports, clinical evidence, IFU, labels. Common mistake: inconsistent documentation. Best practice: perform complete consistency review. Step 6. Submission and communication management. Fast response handling is critical. Common mistake: delayed authority responses. Best practice: prepare clarification management strategy early. Part 4. Timeline breakdown. Early strategic planning, 1 to 3 months. Documentation preparation, 2 to 6 months. MDACS review, 3 to 12 months, depending on complexity.
What delays registration most? Weak documentation, expired reports, poor communication, slow clarification responses. Key insight: companies that delay preparation usually face longer approvals later. Part 5. Cost breakdown. Direct costs, consultation support, LRP services, documentation preparation, testing, translation. Hidden costs of skipping registration, lost distributor opportunities, delayed sales, reduced buyer confidence, missed tenders, competitive disadvantages. Example: a company avoided initial registration costs, but later lost multiple procurement opportunities.
Result? Commercial losses exceeded regulatory savings. Key lesson: skipping registration may save short-term money, but create much bigger long-term losses. Part 6. Biggest mistakes to avoid. Mistake 1. Assuming voluntary means unnecessary. Result: commercial limitations. Mistake 2. Waiting until buyers demand registration. Result: emergency submissions. Mistake 3. Weak distributor strategy. Result: poor market penetration. Mistake 4. Poor documentation planning. Result: delays and clarification requests. Mistake 5. Choosing cheapest support only. Result: weak compliance coordination. Mistake 6. Ignoring long-term market positioning. Result: competitive disadvantage. Key insight: successful market entry is built on long-term strategy, not short-term shortcuts. Part 7. Final strategic advice. What smart manufacturers do: prepare early, build strong local support, protect long-term flexibility, align compliance with business goals, strengthen documentation quality, use registration to improve credibility. One powerful sentence: the companies that grow fastest in Hong Kong are usually the ones that treat registration as a business investment, not just a regulatory obligation. Planning medical device expansion into Hong Kong? Don't let weak strategy, delayed registration, poor documentation, distributor resistance, lost market trust slow down your growth. Why choose OMC Medical? Hong Kong MDAC expertise, market entry strategy support, LRP solutions, technical documentation review, faster approval planning, end-to-end regulatory consulting. Whether you're planning your first Hong Kong launch or trying to fix an existing market entry problem, talk to OMC Medical experts today. If this video helped you understand what really happens when companies skip medical device registration in Hong Kong, follow OMC Medical for more medical device regulatory insights, global compliance strategies, and international market access guidance. See you in the next video.